Well, hello everyone. How are you this evening? How are you? Thanks for joining us for Red Barn Radio. I'm Bradford Becker. We continue on tonight in our 22nd season of Red Barn Radio, and we welcome you to show number 846. Tonight we feature a group we've been interested in for many moons, a band and who's been interested in us for many moons, a band known particularly well in Nashville for their special brand of indie rock, their live shows, and the sense of community that happens when you get together a group of their fans. I'm talking about the band called Safari Room. It's an eclectic outfit of players centered around founder, band leader Alec Koukol. We're going to jump right in and get the music rolling, and then we'll be back to spend some time with these guys talking about and listening to their great music. Welcome Safari Room to Red Barn Radio.
I'm going outside today to feel the sun on my face. No longer looking at the cars gone by, through with feeling stuck inside. I'm going outside today. Coming out of my cage, sick of feeling older than my age, always taught to speak with distinction, listen well and fight distraction. So I'm coming out of my cage, cause and effect, love and respect, tools of the trade, but seldom used on self until now. Cause I've been working for too long to get this far. Deeper understanding of my gut, which doors to open and which to keep shut. When the fog has settled, when the smoke has cleared, you come to find we're not so. Cause and effect, love and respect, tools of the trade, but seldom used on self until now. Cause I've been working for too long, been working for too long to get this far. Working for too long,
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performance.
Alec Koukol is a collaborator, and his band, as I understand it, is a revolving door of players, all of whom will bring a new feel and color to the songs he writes. The latest project from Alec and Safari Room is called Time Devours All Things, and a good many of the tunes they'll play tonight come from this 2024 release. Tonight's Safari Room group is Alec Koukol on vocals and guitar, Cole Yepson on bass, Austin Drury on drums, and Eli Spots on guitar. Welcome to an evening of music and conversation with Safari Room.
Thank you for having us. Good to go to the next one. Rock and roll. This next song, well, first off, wherever you're listening from, thank you so much for being here. We're really excited to share this record with you tonight. This is the second track off the record. It is called Broken Things. It is about I've got a very squeaky guitar strap. It's about the dissolving of relationships, whether over time or through issues, and kind of how much of a bummer that is. But we persevere through it all, right? Rock and roll. The song is called Broken Things.
This is the end. No longer lovers, maybe we can be friends. What a lie. I've lived to be sad, 'cause the good has been undone. I rented a room. I saw a ghost, I thought it was you, but it wasn't. I'm figurating around a place I thought we'd share. We'd share. Ow! Get out of town, find a spot to stick my head in the ground and think. I'm contemplating the side, but I found that our love lies. So I'm gonna pack my thoughts inside a box with all these broken things. Convince myself I'm better off now, living in the past with heavy wings. I will survive the night without you by my side, and I'll move on, get over you, and carry on with love inside. So I'll pack my thoughts inside a box with all these broken things. Convince myself I'm better off now, living in the past with heavy wings. You're out of my mind, 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 you're out of mind, you don't live there anymore. You're out of my mind, you're out of my mind, you're out of my mind, get out of my mind, you're out of my mind, you're out of my, you don't live there anymore.
Thank you so much. Got another song for you. We are actually just going to play the album top down for the first part of this show. So this next song is called You Are a Ghost. This is actually the first time we've played this for people. We did a live session a while back with a good friend of ours, Ben Arguelles, and it was nice to have that opportunity, but we're super excited to play it for more people.
All
So,
right.
here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Just put your hand in mine. Ooh, I need you by my side. I see your face. It tells me all the words you could not say. You floating just out of reach, although you're standing next to me. You're frozen. Ooh, just put your hand in mine. Ooh, I need you by my side. You are a ghost, freaking out, and I can see right through. You're floating just out of reach, all of the things that drag you down. If only you would let me help. The lies we weave in words we sell, so we don't have to die alone. Don't keep the
All right, this next one is track 4 off the record. It is called Blunderbus. And it is about, I know this is radio, so I'm going to keep it as PG as possible. But it is about looking for love, or what we think is love, in possibly the wrong places. And so this is a song that is asking the question, what are the right places to look for love? And that's something that we're all trying to find. So this song is called Blunderbus.
I believe that someone will take me home tonight, and I believe that someone is you. You're someone I can trust, or at least that's what you want me to believe. So trust in you I will. I hold on to your shoulder, you lead me through a menagerie of life in the loudest place on earth. You guide me through the hallways, the flashing lights and warning signs ignite as we reach the open door. Isn't it a wonder? We put our faith in a stranger's face, hoping that they might be our fire escape. Just hope it's not a blunderbuss pointed at our face. We're all looking for someone to hold. Are getting blurry, somewhere between what I want and what I need, and I'm not so sure it's this. You say don't be in a hurry, we got all night and you've got your life to find someone to set you free. Isn't it a wonder? We put our faith in a stranger's face, hoping that they might be our fire escape. Just hope it's not a blunderbuss pointed at our face. We're all looking for someone to hold. Hey! Wonder. We put our faith in a stranger's face, hoping that they might be our fire escape. Just hope it's not a blunderbuss pointed at our face. We're all looking for someone to hold. Hey! Thank you, thank you. All right. Gotta stop for a little bit of water break. Man, this strap will not stop. It is squeaky. Let me try something. I'm gonna introduce this next song.
Little WD-40.
Right, just on leather.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this and see if this helps. We'll put the squeaky on the other side of the guitar. Folks at home, this is live music. We're doing this in real time.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no editing. We have squeaky guitar straps. It's perfect. We like to keep it light between songs, otherwise people go, wow, I'm really feeling this really heavy feeling sinking in while these sad boys are playing their music. All right, this next one is, speaking of sad. Gosh, I wrote this song a very long time ago, and it's fun to write something maybe 10 years ago, freshman year of college or something like that, and to kind of finally have the moment and finally have the clarity of getting the song to come together. And so this song is very much about feeling kind of on the outside or just not understanding what it is to belong or feel included or have community or feel love. And I think that's a tough thing, and I think it really came into fruition during COVID, which was a very lonely time for everyone. I think that's kind of helped bring this song truly to a head. So the song is called Crease in the Blinds. And this is literally the first time we're playing this for anyone. So we're excited. It'll be fun. Or it'll be really sad, in a good way. All right. You guys ready? I put a crease in the blinds, searching for some sign of life, to see what might be possible if only I'd give it a try. But I still get cagey and panic, and I back away. Go back to bed and save it for another day. I put a crease in the spine of a book that is bound for return. I flip through the pages, but I'm not so sure what I've learned. That love's not impossible, it comes in all sizes and shapes. But I just don't know, I don't know if I have what it takes. But I'll try to lower my guard. Oh, and I'll try to let love in, but it's so hard to override everything. I feel the pressure inside, searching for ways to define, to explain the unexplainable, the mysteries and myths of my life. But nothing is final, set in stone, not black and white. Just a feeling, momentum, courage and will to survive. But I'll try to lower my guard, and I'll try to let love in, but it's so hard to override everything. I put a crease in the blinds, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. What if I open the window? What if I step out the door?
Wow. All right. Hey, folks, if you're just joining us, we are here on Red Barn Radio with Safari Room. They're from Nashville. Wow. Yeah. Your music is really emotional. You know, when you gasp out a big sigh at the end of each tune, I sense that, you've just released something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It feels like expelling demons.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, COVID. You brought up the word, not me.
I shouldn't have. But
It's okay though. Was that a really lonely time for you?
Absolutely. And I think
was?
It was tricky too with like the music and the band. We had been, I think Safari Room started kind of in 2018, and so we had about even 2017 maybe, like 2 really strong years of recording, and then we got out on the road and hit it hard in 2019. And so we kind of, I canceled like months worth of dates in 2020. And so it went from this like, oh, we're going to be all together, we're going to be going out on the road, we're going to put this record out. And then that all kind of fell by the wayside. And it was like, okay, cool, I guess I'll just sit and write and not tour and not get to play music with my friends. And so that's kind of what it turned into. It turned from very like community-based and fun to very like insulary and quiet.
Well, it's interesting because, on the program over recent years, I've had so many conversations surrounding COVID, and where that fell into their sort of timeline as artists,
right,
and how that worked. And it's interesting. Many folks who've been on the program have expressed that COVID was a time of, in some ways, relief for them. Like folks, artists, for instance, who had a tiring run doing the same thing for a long time. Yep. And then COVID presented for them an opportunity to sort of reset, or they use the word pivot.
Or even just like take a
hate.
break, take a breather.
Yeah, right.
And all 3 of these people behind me, and anyone who's ever worked with me knows that rest is not what I do. And so it's one of those things of like kind of being forced to rest. I absolutely like fought it. I was like, I'm not going to rest. I'm going to write. I'm going to record. I'm going to work on something else and like keep hustling. And I think that kind of like moving into a brick wall, an immovable thing was, in retrospect, kind of silly, but I think a lot of great music I wrote came out of it. So it was a good time to like be creative and just like, and process. And I think I process a huge amount of my stuff through music and getting to express that in that way.
I gather, yeah. So
if you couldn't tell, yeah.
So Crease in the Blinds then was specifically about, was it about that period at the end of COVID where things were starting to open up again and you were wondering if you were sort of ready to get out again? Yeah,
and it was like, it's a lot of the record is, a lot of stuff that I write ends up being kind of like messages to self. It's kind of like talking to someone who's not there, even though, I don't know, it's tricky of like kind of a duality. But it very much was kind of like, if you don't get up and move, and if you don't try to do something after this huge time of stagnancy and like unrest, then it's like, what was it all for?
Yeah.
And so like the end of that song, truly the way we arranged it for the record, feels like a huge release of like all this pent up, like, will he, won't he, like, what am I going to do, all this anguishing, and then just to be like, what if I just go and do it?
Yeah.
What if I just go after this time and make stuff happen?
Yeah.
So.
Well, so you wrote it in 2010.
Yeah, I
you
wrote
the first round of it.
Yeah,
anyway.
and I think it's one of those things, like it sat on my hard drives or like in my notebooks for almost a decade, and then it kind of crept back into mind, and I was able to finish it. I think I had like the first and third verse, but like that second verse about the book came up during COVID. I think I was listening to a Peter Gabriel record, and he did a cover of a song called The Book of Love. And so it kind of felt very familiar, not familiar, but very akin to that whole idea of opening up a book of love and being like, I don't know what this is for.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't speak to me.
Yeah.
So
So when you have a song like that that's that old, and 13 years later you're rolling it out,
Yeah.
is that because you have surrounded yourself with a particular group of players with whom you feel you can finally express that idea?
I think so. And
Is
like
it-
Cole and I worked really closely together on this third record, kind of at the very, very beginning stages of like demoing and whatnot. And this song was kind of rattling around. And I don't remember like the moment it all came together, but I just remember
yeah.
this one kind of, I don't know, kind of nibbling at my heel a little bit, being like, I think I'm ready to like become a big song.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to actually like be brought to life.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a great song,
Thank you.
and
Thank
your vocals are just beautiful.
Thank
you
you.
have
I
a
appreciate that.
beautiful voice. Your voice really soars and
Thank you.
brings a lot of life and emotion to the words.
thank you. Yeah, that's
that
the
you're
goal.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. No, it's
Way
very
to go.
kind of you. Yeah, well,
that doesn't always
I
happen.
do what I get. Yeah,
you
and
know?
it's one of those things of like I've always really wanted the lyrics and the story of the song. I admire so many amazing storytellers and songwriters, and wanting to fit in that category, wanting to fit in with those hopefully one day peers. And
Yeah.
I think like the story is so important. Because I feel like when stuff is buried in the mix, or like I can't really understand the song, it doesn't grip me. And so I want to bring people in. I want to communicate in that way, and that's the goal for that. So.
Yeah. So you were in Nebraska when you were in high school.
Yes.
And back at that time, were you deep into music?
Yeah, I've been super active in music since I was 5.
Oh, wow.
I started playing piano when I was 5. I swapped piano for guitar when I was 12 or something or other.
Oh, wow.
I was played percussion in the grade school band, the middle school band, played jazz band. Just keep listing it off.
Okay. Well, this goes back to your family. This has to go back to your family, who must have encouraged you.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
do those things.
Both my parents were very encouraging at a young age to play music. It's kind of that study of music opens neural pathways and makes kids smarter, or at least you hope it does.
And you feel your parents understood that because
Absolutely, yeah.
because they were deep into music themselves, or they were
my
musicians
mom was
themselves?
super deep into music. My dad always says that he quit piano lessons too early, and that his mother or his piano teacher or both of them said that he would regret it, and he does. But he always is like, maybe I'll pick up guitar, maybe I'll pick up harmonica or something like that, and like flex the musical muscles again. But my mom was very musical and played piano for a long time, and so.
Huh. And what else were you into in high school? What else were you really excited about, enthusiastic about
Really,
in high school?
Just music. I did like marching band, and I played in the musical pit, playing guitar, and I did a cappella and the concert choir, and concert band, and it was percussion. So it was totally all about music. Once I got into like middle school and high school, I didn't do the sports. I didn't do much of the...
No sports?
No sports. I was not cut out for that. And I would say I'm not competitive, but I got really intense about marching band drumline. So,
Well,
yeah.
That's athletic.
I would say it's a sport,
It
but
really
other people
is.
would point and laugh. And we used to say that the football team was using our marching band field. So, just football players everywhere getting real mad. But yeah, no, so I would say it's also pretty physical. I carried my freshman and sophomore year a 30-inch bass drum on my chest.
Yes.
And like still have the lower back pain to prove it. So I would say having to march diligently across a football field is kind of a sport.
Yeah, I would
So,
say so.
Yeah.
So by the time you were done with high school, there was no question that you wanted to sort of expand your understanding of music and your
Absolutely.
expression of music, and you wanted to do that at a collegiate level. Where did you look at going to college?
I looked at a few places. I looked at University of North Texas, didn't get in. University of Miami, didn't get in. And then I looked at Berkeley and Belmont. And I got into both those places, and I just felt more, I don't know, I felt more at home, or at least I enjoyed maybe the community better at like the Belmont, Nashville scene. And so I kind of went that way. And I did like a camp at Berkeley and found that to be interesting. I don't know. I just felt kind of,
Yeah.
it almost was a coin toss, I have to say. But I think Belmont won by a hair. So I think I gained a huge appreciation and knowledge of music. And I think going into music at a collegiate level, or at least to like keep learning and be a student, it was more so to match my skills and caliber to with what I heard in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, if I can't manifest or I can't make this sound happen, then it's just going to be stuck up here. And so being able to sing more fluently, play guitar better, just have a better ear in general through like oral skills and theory and stuff like that. That just like helped me to, I think, grow and have a lot more colors to paint with.
I think of North Texas is sort of more jazz. Were you
Big time,
were you
yeah.
focused on that way in your
Yeah, I think at
auditions for
first
North Texas?
I was a little jazz boy, and so I wanted to be a big jazz boy. And I was gonna go to North Texas. Had I gotten into school, had I gotten into no schools, I was probably just gonna go to North Texas because I kind of enjoy the area, which is weird for someone to say they enjoy Denton, Texas, but there's kind of nothing there. There's a cool record store.
Well, and a great college.
And a great school. Yeah, absolutely.
And an amazing
Go
school,
Eagles,
right?
Go Birds, right? No, go Eagles. They're the Eagles or something.
I don't know.
The Screaming Eagles. But yeah, I think I was open to many ideas dependent on where I got in and kind of where money made sense.
Yeah,
So-
and so when I think of Boston, I mean, I'm sorry, New Englanders, but I don't think of Boston as a music town the way I think of Nashville
Nor I,
or New
yeah.
York or or L.A. as music towns.
I'm sure there's a great music scene. I just don't know much
There is
about
a great music
Yeah,
scene
yeah.
in New England and in Boston, and obviously Berkeley is a great place.
it's tremendous.
But you take Belmont and you find yourself in this monstrous musical
Yeah.
community that's not just about country music.
Yeah, and I think we've all found that because none of us are from Nashville originally, and so all of us definitely fell into pods and circles of people who are definitely not into country music, and I think that was super refreshing. Whether I learned that, I don't know, the day school started or we moved there, or if I learned that at like orientation, I think that was a big part too, where it's like learning that it wasn't just about country music. And that a lot of people are drawn there to play, whether it's country or indie rock or metal or whatever. I think there's kind of there's people are there to play. And
And
get to know
Belmont.
folks.
Yeah, and Belmont must just be an interesting environment that way.
Yeah.
There must be a lot of students who are there for the same reason you landed there.
For sure.
Not necessarily sure they want to play, country, but they know there's something about that town, the electricity of that town,
Yeah.
and the diversity of the program there. What did Belmont provide for you that you feel that you're really happy about? Tell me, what is that about? What is
All
that?
right, so we'll do the good part. No, it's
Okay, yeah.
I think with any college experience, anything like that, there's a lot I gained from it and a lot I enjoyed, and there's a heap of stuff that I could leave behind. But that's kind of with life. But I think I developed a stronger set of skills. I spent hours and days in the practice room trying to refine myself. And so I think whether it was externally motivated or internally motivated from time to time, I just woodshedded like crazy. And I think I became a better musician. I developed an addiction to coffee. So I'd say caffeine. I got a lot of caffeine.
Okay, good.
Didn't know where that sentence was going.
The studios that you would book to do projects, they would be open,
Yeah.
I think, until 3 a.m. I
Yeah,
would
so
say?
we'd be recording or
So, yeah.
tracking or doing stuff like that until
projects.
wee early in the morning. So I'm being somewhat coy about the good things. There are a lot of good things, and I met wonderful people, and I have really great peers in the city that I wouldn't have had I not gone to school there. And so I think there's kind of like an in the trenches mentality of some Belmont students where it's like, that wasn't the most amazing experience, but we made it through it together.
Yeah.
And that's like a bond for life.
Yeah, right, right. Did they help you develop the talent that you brought there?
Absolutely. They
Yeah.
definitely did. And like, if nothing else, like the big masthead Belmont, I may have kind of a chip against, but the teachers and the staff and the peers are absolutely what it was all about. And I met some wonderful people, and there are some amazing staff members and teachers and professors that I could list. But then I'd leave one out and someone would be mad. But truly, like, it is one of those things where it's just like, yeah, it was college, but it also was a good experience and just refining of the skills.
Yeah. Oh,
So.
great. All right, folks. Hey, we're talking with Alec Koukol, and Alec leads the band Safari Room. Cole Yepsen was just pitching in with him there. We'll talk to Cole and Austin and Eli, Alec's bandmates, a little bit further in the second interview that coming up in a while. But meanwhile, let's get back to some music with Safari Room.
That sounds good. This is a song called A Promise to No One. It is about kind of what I was talking about before, kind of writing a song to myself. It's kind of a shadow boxing song where it's like, hey, nothing's gonna happen if you don't go for it. Nothing's gonna happen if you don't. You're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take, like that nice poster. And I truly do think that some of us need a kick in the pants for ourselves sometimes to affect change in our own lives, and this song absolutely has meant that to me. So, the song is called Promise to No One. Take a walk through the lion's den. Tell me what you find there. If you don't, then you'll never know. Tomorrow is a promise to no one. Maybe you'll change their minds. It's not a waste of time. A fool to think it'd be overnight, not sitting waiting for it to happen. Take a leap down a flight of stairs and run to the open door. No longer feasting on complacency. Tomorrow is a promise to no one. Maybe you'll change in time and find some peace of mind. A fool to think you'd be on your own when open arms are always around you. So send me on my way. I don't belong in this place. If I don't go soon, I'll surely break. So send me on my way. I don't belong in this place. If I don't go soon, I will surely break apart. Take a step out the open door. Tell me what you find there. If you don't, you may never know. 'Cause time devours all things anyway. All right, this next song is probably the outlier of the record. It is an angry song. It is about politicians and how, at the end of the day, wondering if they really stand for the people they represent. The song is called The King.
Get a load of this guy, he's back inside the TV, spinning webs, talking out both sides of his mouth. We tried to keep him out, but this system isn't easy. Head on a swivel, friends, these clowns aren't fighting fair. A pocket full of hope falls to the floor. All our best intentions out the cracks a grin, shaking hands across the aisle. Their evil deeds disguised by sharply fitted suits. He'll turn and run at any sort of danger. He thinks himself untouchable, perfecting our abuse. All these years, what was the pain all worth? Are we just supposed to watch it burn? Are misleading, seems like nothing ever works. Entertainment news has been replaced by something even worse. Constantly uncertain of telling us the truth. We try to keep our story straight without setting off the fuse. Get a load of this guy, he thinks he's the king. But what goes up must always come back. What goes up must always come back. What goes up must always come back. What goes up must always come back down.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, this next song is called Groundhog Day. And this song definitely, I don't know. There's a lot I could say about it, but I feel like it's more appropriate just to go ahead and play it. It's about wanting to get off the wheel of repetition and the crummy feelings that come with that. So, the song is called Groundhog Day.
just waiting to be found. Lock it all away and take the keys into the river with you. Until someone comes looking, don't make a sound. Don't make a sound. A lovely mind gets lost inside the fog. It slips into the chaos once again. She said maybe things look better in the morning when you wake and heave a heavy sigh. It's all the same. You said that I would make this right, but I'm still a shadow in the night. You said that I would make this right, but I'm stumbling, searching for a light. Please say that things are gonna change. I just can't handle them this way. Turn back the clocks, reset your watch, wake up. It feels like Groundhog Day. Please say that things are gonna change. I just can't handle them this way. Turn back the clocks, reset your watch, wake up. It feels like Groundhog Day. Please say that things are gonna change. I just can't handle them this way. Turn back clocks, reset your watch, wake up. It feels like Groundhog Day. Please say that things are gonna change. I just can't handle them this way. Turn back the clocks, reset your watch, wake up. It feels like Groundhog Day. Please say that things are gonna change. I just can't handle them this way. Turn back the clocks, reset your watch, wake up. It
All right. We've got lots more music and conversation with Safari Room, but I do want to take just a moment to tell you about our guest next week on Red Barn Radio. It's Cliff Westfall. Cliff is a country singer-songwriter, a proud eighth-generation Kentuckian who grew up in the Ohio River town of Owensboro, the son of a police officer and a liquor distillery line worker. Now based in the New York City area, Cliff has worked and performed with a long list of players from some of the most celebrated bands in Americana. His contemporary take on classic country themes has been compared to greats like Dwight Yoakam, Rodney Crowell, Robbie Fulks, and Elvis Costello. No Depression magazine says about Cliff Westfall's skillfully crafted songs, a mix of up-tempo toe tappers and weepy ballads, are loaded with addictive hooks and evidence of the artist's love of wordplay. The New York Music Daily says if Elvis Costello had made an album of original country songs, it would have sounded something like this. You got to be sure to join us next week for the electrified honky-tonk of Cliff Westfall and his band in studio and on Red Barn Radio's live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Don't miss it. Now back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program. We welcome you live on our social media platforms, broadcasting from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome back, Safari Room.
Woohoo! Thanks for having us. This has been a blast so far.
For us too.
Got more? All right. Oh, we have more songs. I'm joking.
Yeah. What?
I thought that was it. We're just gonna do the whole. We're just gonna do that just again.
Just
you know? So this next song is called Phantom Limb, and it's funny. I wrote this song in the midst of COVID, and it sounds like it's about a person, and I kind of sing it maybe about a person, but it really is about Safari Room, and it's about getting to play music and kind of be with my people, and it's kind of an imagined life without Safari Room, kind of what am I without this thing that I define myself by, and I think that felt pretty powerful and potent. So this song is called no, it's not called Safari Room. Wow, it was called Safari Room. Oh, I almost nailed that entire thing. Oh, it was so good. We could it's just live, right? We can just edit live. We'll fix it in post. All right. This song is about losing something you love dearly. It's called Phantom Limb.
Haven't seen the sun in days. I feel the walls around me closing in with haste. Been dodging my reflection for weeks. Losing all sense of self, as if I ever even had it. Always pleasing someone else. What am I supposed to do without someone to tell me if I'm wrong or right, or somewhere in between? How am I failing just to be me? I don't know who I am. Another living organism, chock full of cynicism. I don't even have a plan to figure it out. I don't seem to know myself quite as well as I had thought, or maybe not at all. Suddenly I'm off my axis again. Now I'm just floating in between who I was yesterday and now. A puddle of ink and sad poetry. If I don't have you, what do I have? If you're gone, what do you leave behind? You wrap so tight around my heart, my DNA, my every way. I'm so lost without my lost among the ones who love me the most, but all I see are ghosts, and I've half the strength I need. If I don't have you, what do I have? If you're gone, what do you leave behind? You wrap so tight around my heart, my DNA, my every way. I'm so lost without my phantom limb.
Thank you. And that is the conclusion of Time Devours All Things. Except for it's not. Oh, buddy. It's not. I almost had it. I'm giving my banter a B+ tonight. No, it's okay. Give me 30 seconds. This is the last song of Time Devours All Things. You'd think, I spend a year and a half on this thing, you'd think I'd remember all the 10 songs. This is the extended play. Yes, 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 yes. But yes, this record is available on all streaming platforms. You can buy it digitally or on CD on our website. We don't quite have vinyl yet because vinyl is very expensive to make. So I think we'll probably try to have that next year or later this year. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this record. We spent almost 2 years on this sucker. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Mostly tears, not a lot of blood. A decent amount of sweat. But yeah, this record means a whole heck of a lot to me and to all the guys that partook in making this record. And this has been a really fun way to showcase it. So this last song is called Strength to Stand. Oh, yes, of this set, yes.
right.
No, we've got so many more songs.
Oh, great.
The last song of the record is called Strength to Stand. And it goes a little something like this.
Hold your breath and count to 10. Don't open your eyes, not until you feel good again. Wait until your hands are still and hold on tight. It always is a bumpy ride. Don't let the whole world let you down, let you down, let you. Don't let the whole world let you down, let you down,
that is the end of Time Devours All Things. This next song, gosh, almost was a late add to the record, but 10 just felt like a good number. I wrote, this is just a lot of songs. I guess I just find a lot of songs and then just like dig them out of the treasure trove. But this song I recorded for a totally different band in maybe 2014. That was when I was in a band called Harold and the Small Business Owners, which I still stand by that name as a great band name. But, thank you. But it didn't happen. This song didn't happen. We recorded most of it, and it just didn't work. Everyone got busy, and the band just did all of our own things. So it sat on hard drives for years, and then, gosh, one day, like 6 months ago, it just kind of crept back into my mind, and I was like, you know what, I wonder if I could finish that song up. So I got all the drums, got all the bass parts, re-recorded all of my guitars and vocals, had Cole mix it, and then just put it out. And it was one of those exercises in the best part of our career right now, or sorry, let me rephrase this. The worst part about where we are in our careers is that no one gives a darn. But the best part about our careers right now is that no one gives a darn. So it's like, no one cares, so let's just put this song out. And it's weird because people are like, that's my new favorite Safari Room song. And I was like, I did this in like 2 days. So it's one of those songs that I didn't think would be much of anything, but it's something. So we're gonna play that song right meow. It is called Earth Suit, and it is about how New Year's Eve is a terrible, terrible way to set yourself up for failure.
Just too stuck to change. We're just where we were last year. Glasses met inside our souls together. Drink it up until we all fall down and get up. We put these earth suits through their paces, run around to stretch them out. And just when we think we'll grow comes around. Take care in solace, knowing you can start all over. You've been falling in and out of resolutions time and time again. What if you finally break the chain? Just don't regress to last year. Glasses met and we reset the timer, thinking everything would just fall into place. We put these earth around.
Thank you so much.
You know, I could say this, Alec, of really most of the songs you played tonight, when they end, I'm wanting them to go on.
Yeah? We
Yeah.
just need some more jams. We'll just
Yeah.
add jams to all of them.
That's all right, but it's also nice. It's also, I also like the way that you determine when the tune is done. I mean, so
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that as well.
Thank you.
But I find myself really in a zone listening. It's great.
Heck yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. There's one later
Yeah.
on that will end way too quickly. We have a song later that's like, is that song really done?
Well, that was a spoiler.
That's rude.
Well, there's
Exactly. It's one of those songs where we've been talking about extending it, but just not yet. It is one of those songs that's kind of funny though. Everyone's like,
So,
so.
yeah,
But
right.
Thank you. No, that's very kind. I don't mean to
Yeah.
totally just like dismiss your compliment.
No,
thank
that's
you,
all right.
Thank you.
That's
We're
all
all.
right. I don't feel dismissed.
It is. It is very important and very cool to me that people are into what we're doing on that kind of level,
Yeah.
that kind of engaged level, because I think all of us up here are in it together, and I think that's like the essence and that's the magic of what we do.
Yeah.
So, as listener and band. So
Well, surprise is nice in music.
thank you. We like to
And-
surprise.
Yeah. So it's terrific. Let's see. Okay, so I guess I'm wondering if someone listens through on their favorite streaming platform, listens through Time Devours All Things.
Yes.
Where does the algorithm take them then? Where does the playlist continue?
From the album
Well,
to
yeah. Like, what have you explored that at all? Like, so when
I
you
have
play
not.
through Time Devours All
Yeah.
Things, or when your fans play through that album, what does it throw up for them next? And how do you feel about that algorithm?
Well,
And
hopefully more Safari Room.
it won't. It
Hopefully
won't
it's
do
like
that.
you want more.
I'll-
Who does it go to?
I'll guarantee it will
That's
not do
okay.
that.
I'm an Apple Music guy, so I don't do much of the curated radio. So I'm
okay,
a little
right.
I don't know, uncool in that way. But I'd say as far as like someone who it would kind of ping pong to, probably Death Cab for Cutie is a big one that would probably come right after us.
Did you like the backdoor way I
Absolutely.
asked you?
Absolutely.
Asked you about
Who
your
are our
influences?
inspirations
No,
or who do we
it-
sound? No.
I really truly am not. I'm not as
Yeah, no, no,
interested
no.
in your influences
Yeah.
as I am in how you feel about sort of what that sort of algorithm is doing
Yeah.
to the way that people take
Yeah.
in music these days. You know, do you
The
think it's
algorithm. The
flattening culture,
algorithm.
or what do you think is happening with that?
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings about this, but condensing it down to something succinct.
And any of
Yeah,
you
it is
can
hard
do
to
this.
change, and I think it's bringing up a lot of good things, and I think it's shifting the paradigm perhaps in a way that I don't like. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad. I'd say music.
Nobody's going to punish you if you
No,
say it's
you're
bad.
good. You're good. We're just gonna hear like a bunch of pitchforks and torches coming down the street. But no, I do think that music is the most accessible it's ever been, and I think that's a really cool thing. People can find new music just by letting their phone go. Like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this record, and then Spotify, Tidal, whatever is gonna curate something new. So I think that's really cool, and it's opening people's ears and eyes in a lot of different ways. I think the difficult part about it is that it's shortening people's attention spans, and I think apps like TikTok and whatnot have made people's attention spans even smaller. We were kind of talking on the way up just about kind of release practices of like releasing music, and for so long it was about the album. And nowadays it's become more and more about the single or like the one song. And so it's kind of shortened people's attention span of like they can only take on one new song at a time. And so I think that is a bummer, and I don't necessarily like that, but it's, I don't know, resistance is kind of futile in some ways. And so you kind of have to adhere to the, you have to kind of adhere to the culture. I mean, like we put Time Devours All Things out. We put 6 songs out as singles prior, and then 4 came out the day of. And I think it kind of softens the blow of an album, but it was always intentional to have it be 10 songs, and it was those 10 songs. But I think it's, I could drone on, but I do think that there's a lot of good that the algorithm is doing as far as opening up people's ears, but there's a lot of bad as far as...
see, that's my question is I'm not sure, is it opening up our ears or is it just presenting us with more music that's like what we already like?
That's a fair question, and I think I might be ignorant to that as far as like, because I'm not on the Spotify.
Maybe it's because you spend more time making music than listening.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's
music,
a big thing too. Is like I know that we were talking on the way up here. It's just like I have like pretty bad ear fatigue right now. Of just like I spent a year and a half making a record, and so it's like these songs I'm so incredibly proud of. But when you work on something this close to it for so long, you kind of get tired.
It's weird playing the songs.
Yeah, it's weird to play the songs now that like we've listened to them in one iteration for a year or so. But I think that definitely kind of warps my ears a little bit.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think it's great that your focus is on what you're doing and creating great music.
And I feel like if you were to not be as focused on the music, I think it would suffer, or it would be less your voice. I know there's bands that like while they're like in the studio for like 2 weeks, if they have the opportunity to do that, they like won't listen to any outside music. So like stuff like that is like interesting. Of like you are very, very much focused on what you are doing and not focusing on what everyone else is doing. But when it takes a year and a half, you kind of listen to a lot of music in the midst of it.
You find some inspirations.
But the algorithm, I think we're still trying to figure out what the heck it is.
Yeah, I'm always interested in hearing what those of you out there doing this for a living feel about it.
I think the game of trying to appease the algorithm is probably the hardest battle, where it's like, do I want to appease the algorithm? Do I want to play the game? Or do I just want to make music? And sometimes it's like, you have to play the game in order to make more music. So it's a kind of a conundrum.
Yeah. Hey, Cole, as you all have talked, especially as we were talking about Belmont earlier, you were sort of nodding and commenting. Did you go to Belmont too?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Yeah. And what brought you there? From upstate New York, Saratoga Springs, you said.
Yeah, Saratoga Springs. I got involved in music in middle school, high school. I played in rock bands with friends or whatever. I was a big punk kid, so just I wore my bass a lot lower than I am right now.
Yeah, right. I see you got it snuck down nice.
Yeah.
When did you get serious about music?
I would say I got serious about it in high school. I did grow up playing other instruments, but just really fell in love with the bass, and then in turn fell in love with recording music. So I went to Belmont to pursue education in recording and sound reinforcement.
Education and recording?
In recording.
Oh, in recording.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Learning about the physics of the way sound moves and sound isolation, where to point a microphone, So I really valued that experience there because they do have some really nice facilities.
Yeah, right. And so, Cole, have you and Alec done a lot of work together,
Yes.
recording and sort of piecing together the elements of his music?
Yeah, so I
Excuse me.
met Austin our first day there, and then Austin got connected with Alec, and so I swooped my way in there, and we started working together at the start of the recording process for the second LP.
Yeah, so early 2021.
Early 2021. Yeah, we were all masked up in the studio. It was a weird time, and but it was a really, I think, a very valuable experience. I look back on it very fondly. We did it in a very different style than this past record. Everyone recorded live, everybody together, and then we did some overdubs and even brought in some string players. But this time around, we did it very DIY, because I've kind of developed the opinion that recording studios are kind of just storefronts. They have a lot of nice gear and they have sound isolation, but if
They're really expensive to rent.
and they're very expensive to rent.
Right.
Yes.
On a budget, DIY is the way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool that you can achieve almost like similar, I would say, almost as good results in living rooms and bedrooms. And if you know what you're doing, you know where to put the mic and what to do with it, then it doesn't really matter all that much.
Nice. You're a good player.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Love what you bring to it.
Thank you.
I wonder if we could could we bring up the microphone to Eli over there on guitar so he can also join in on the fun?
Hey,
And he's just, yeah.
I'm in on the fun.
Yeah, you're in on the fun. Eli, how did you become part of this project?
It just a lot of mutual friends. I know a drummer in town, and he switches out with Austin every once in a while, and he said that these guys needed a guitar player for a couple of runs, and I joined, and love playing with these guys. So
Yeah.
been on a few runs since then, and yeah, that's kind of how I got connected with these guys.
And where else do you run musically?
My main job, I'm with a bluegrass band as their photographer. So,
Wait a
in the
minute,
time,
as a photographer?
yeah.
Okay.
Man of many talents.
But while I'm back in town in Nashville, this is what I'm doing. I'm
Well,
playing
who's the
guitars.
bluegrass band? You got to tell us.
I'm with Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway.
Oh yeah, we've heard of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. So you
Yeah,
get to
it's
travel
great.
around with them?
Yeah, it's great. So we're starting back up in April. So just trying to get as much guitar playing time in as possible, and doing what I love. So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
Well, that's fun.
And
to
these
be
are the
with,
guys to do it with.
That's fun to be
I
with
love
Molly
them.
Tuttle, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good. She's having a good run, huh?
Yeah, for real. So it's cool to see what they do every night, and they're very, very talented people. So
Well, yeah. Well, and you are too, not only in guitar, but you must be as a photographer too, or they wouldn't have you
I
with
like
them.
to think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool, very neat. Well, I love what you bring too. I wonder if we could get Austin to. Do you mind? I think we need to get you up to the microphone up there to get more quality
cozy with me.
quality vocal sound
Join the
with you,
fun
because
times.
we have a number of ways we'd like to compliment you, and we want you to be up by the mic to receive them.
Get my gear. How's it
Yeah,
going?
all right.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Austin, so tell us, did Cole give me the impression that you and Alec have been doing music together for a while?
Yeah, I joined. Well, yeah, we've been playing here and there, at Belmont.
Okay.
And we're mutual friends, and then I started in Safari Room in 2018, 2017.
Yeah, fall of 2018.
Fall of 2018. So been along for the ride for a minute now, and we've been buds longer. I knew the first drummer for the band, who was my roommate, and then
come
he
on.
parted ways, and I stepped in. And so I was listening to them rehearse long before I was actually in the band.
Oh, that's
like
fun.
at our house and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was a great fit.
So how do you come to drumming? What was your path?
Pretty similar to these guys. I grew up, I got a drum set when I was 9, and I think my dad got it for me just as a way of taking out angst in the basement. Not like to play an instrument, but I think he was just like, let him go
Sure.
beat the drums, and that'll do it.
If he's not going to
But
mow the lawn, give him something to do.
seriously, yeah. And so did that, and started. I didn't really get serious about it. I don't know if I'm still serious about it, but no, I
Oh, come on.
got ready for Belmont and decided, late high school, decided to really if I was going to give it a go, So I
Late high
decided to-
school where?
It's in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
just
Yeah.
up
Just
the
up the
road.
street. Yeah.
And, looked at a few different schools, but decided on Belmont again for the location. I wanted to be, in a city that, not just the school had a music program, but the actual city had music as well. And so it made the most sense to me to try to get out there.
And it wasn't country music you were after necessarily, although
Not necessarily, yeah, but I play that a good amount of the time. I play for an Americana artist, and so that I've really fallen in love since moving to Nashville with bluegrass and Americana more than country radio.
Sure.
Or radio
Sure, I
country.
get it.
I mean, I like a lot of country, but not this country. What you hear on the
excuse
radio.
me, what are you saying?
Modern country radio. Sorry.
Right.
Thanks, folks.
Okay, we're gonna. Well, let me tell you. Well, I mean, I just love drums played in all kinds of ways. But it's very cool to hear a player like you, who's obviously like crafting such interesting percussive elements
Thank you. I
in
really
the
appreciate that.
music, and it's just great. I mean, we just have been enjoying it.
Well, thank you. I got to give this guy a lot
so
of
much.
credit because he'll write me parts to play.
Oh, come on, he
and then
does
I've got to cipher out like, okay, I only have 4 limbs, so what's gonna stay?
What's
gotta,
actually playable and what
Yeah.
is just in Alec's brain.
I'll get a part and I'm like, okay, there's 8 instruments on that. So we're gonna figure out-
But
What is possible and what is
right.
just overdubs.
But it's a blast.
But I hope, yeah, that's good. It seems like you're having a good time, and
yeah.
you guys all seem like you're having a good time together, and we enjoy this music a lot, which is why I want to get back to some more music.
Absolutely.
Let's get back to some more
I gotta
tunes
get on
with
Tangled.
Safari Room once Austin gets back to the drums and our camera guys get back to their cameras, and how fun it is to have you guys with us. Let's play some more.
Before we do, I just wanted to thank Ed, Bradford, William, Matthew, and Zach for making tonight happen. This has been an absolute joy. So thank you to each and every one of you for making this a thing.
All right.
Yeah, it's truly like, we don't get to do stuff like this very often and reach this many people. So it's just a very cool opportunity. This whole setup is amazing. So thank you,
All
truly.
right.
Thank you for
All right,
making
we'll
letting
give
this
ourselves
happen.
a hand
Yeah,
then.
please do
All
give
right,
yourselves
good.
a hand.
All
Of
right.
applause. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now back to us.
Back to you.
No. Rock and roll. This song is called Small Victories. What is it about? Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't thought about this song for a minute. I just know how to play it. God, is it a dog? No, that's a different song. That's a couple songs from now. It's about a dog. It's about small victories. It is, I feel like I write a lot about like, get some chutzpah and keep going. And this is another one of those songs of, I've been here before. I want to keep moving. So even one small step, even one small victory is enough to kind of propel forward. So,
Yeah. Nice. All right.
take it away, Eli.
I've been waiting here for so long, trying to pick up all the pieces. I have done this once before. They're all scattered on the floor, but I go dancing in my head. It's just one last thing before I have to go away. Try to turn back all the clocks. I'm gonna change the score. Win or lose, it's just a game, and I'm the fool, always coming back for more. 'Cause every second that waste is a minute lost to father time. Second chances throwing ashes in the sea. What's it all for? I get lost inside my head, spinning closer to the edge. Then I found you in the car. You didn't have to say a word. I got right in. It took me far away from everything. The police don't let me fall apart.
Thank you. This next song is a song we were talking about. I guess I shouldn't have brought it up because maybe people would have forgotten. I'm gonna say I've said too much. The song is called Violet. And it's one of those songs we were talking about at rehearsal the other day. It's not a song that I thought I would love playing live when we recorded it. I love the song. I think it means a whole heck of a lot to me. But it kind of found its way back into the live sets, and it's, I think, one of my favorite songs to play live. It is a sad song, but I think there's hope in it. It's about death, and yeah, there's not much else to say about that. This song is called Violet. Yep.
Who do you think they are? Where do you think they go? Go on, take a sip. Just don't let it show. Save it for the bad times, the rough, the mediocre. I wish she was here with me, perhaps. If I can, I will evoke her. But I won't sleep tonight. So many shades of violet in my mind. Maybe they all come back. And maybe we join them in the end.
Thank you. All right. This is the dog one. I don't know if many people actually know about this, but the band all knows. I wrote this song about a very near and dear, and I won't say person because it's a creature, family, lifetime, childhood pet, who died while I wasn't there, and that was a very, very sad and somewhat traumatic experience. And it's one of those things you kind of never get over, but you learn how to process through it. And so, yeah, this song is absolutely the most near and dear Safari Room song to me in a lot of ways, and it also helps that it's our most streamed song, so I can't be super upset about that. It must have reached other people in a very sweet and magical way. So, without further ado, this song is called One Day Here.
Gone and left me in a haze, with folded arms across my chest, and I'll keep lying on the floor, hoping you'll walk through the door. Do you ever feel like it's not enough to hold close to the ones you love? I never thought it'd end this way, driving through the night to find you. Just don't tell me I'm too late. Forgive me, please don't go away. And I'll keep hiding in plain sight, hoping you'll come back to life. Do you ever feel like it's not enough to hold close to the ones you love? Do you ever feel like it's not enough to hold close to the ones you love? Please don't forget about me. I won't forget about you. You couldn't take care of me. I couldn't take care of you. Please don't forget about me. I won't forget about you. You couldn't take care of me. I couldn't take care of you. Please don't forget about me. I won't forget about you. You couldn't take care of me. I couldn't take care of you. Please don't forget about me. I won't forget about you. You couldn't take care of me. I couldn't take care of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, there are many people to thank for our program. First and foremost, Safari Room, our guest this evening. Second most, we want to thank all of you for listening to our webcast, watching us on social media, and those listening to us on the network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. We want to give a special thanks out to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. That's NPR for Central Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Hey, and while you're at our website, and I know you'll go there, you got to be sure to sign up for our weekly email newsletter. It's your best way to find out what's coming up on Red Barn Radio in the coming weeks. We try to keep it updated, and we'd love to know that you're interested in that as well. So sign up by going to news@redbarnradio.com. Now, before we close out tonight's program, let's bring back Safari Room for one more tune.
Thank you all again for having us. Thank you to whoever's tuning in tonight. This has been an absolute joy. One, to showcase the new record, and two, to showcase some of our favorite songs. Yeah. So thank you all truly for being here and making this happen tonight.
Thank you, Alec.
And Safari Room, Safari_Room on all the social media. All of our music is on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, all that jazz. We got CDs and vinyl, t-shirts online, doing all the plugs. But yeah, if nothing else, stream the music, follow us on social media. Love you all very much. Thank you so much. This song is called Vices.
I've been gone so long, I thought you wouldn't notice. I've been far away, it takes me back again. I've been here before, since you opened up the door. I thought I'd fly away, but I'm clipped, stuck on the floor. But I can't think of anything I'd rather do. And I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be than right here with you. 'Cause I don't know what I would do without you. I don't know what I would do without you. Oh no. Strap in and grab a hold of everyone you know. I'm spinning once again inside these lofty goals. Since time will never stop, I'll sing until I swim. This cycle never ends until we begin again. And I can't think of anything I'd rather do. And I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be don't know what I would do without you. I don't know what I would do without you. Oh!
Thank you so much, y'all. It's been an absolute joy. Truly, thank you so much.
Well, that's all for our show for this week. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. You can also listen to archive performances on Patreon, Spotify, iTunes, and all of your favorite streaming platforms. Red Barn Radio has been doing this for 22 years. We don't have plans to go anywhere. We want to continue on with this program for you and for your kids. So if you're an Earthling, you know this. Every like, comment, share, and subscribe makes a difference. It'll keep bringing Red Barn Radio to your neck of the woods. So do it, please. Finally, this, if any of our featured artists are performing around you, get out and hear them live. They need you now more than ever before. And from all of us here at Red Barn Radio to all of our friends worldwide, keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.